We have a place to sit outside. She just didn't want me to sit by her. That's what it is, for some reason. Probably has something to do with her rough childhood, I guess. She has a hard time admitting that, sadly. Every now and then I don't mind walking towards the pond. She's still a sweet sister. I love her. I don't know why Mom thinks I'm overreacted or overprotected. I'm not. I just love my family. I love my sister. She's a blessing in my life. Maybe someday she'll have her own famous TV show too, about how great and wonderful my sister is, instead of all this negativity going on in this world. But this is pretty. Scenic view. Because Goodwill Eastersill will eventually go down if they treat everybody else poorly instead of treating everyone equal. Sadly, that's the way the world we live in. Same with Derek. He turned out to be crooked too. And the weirdest thing was they had two Dereks. One at the Miracle Clubhouse, one in Goodwill. You'd think they care about people with disabilities of all sorts, but no, sadly they don't. They have to pick ethnic groups and favoritism. That's really sad and it really stinks. That's what world we live in. I know people need to learn to stand up for themselves sometimes if they have to, especially if they've been through a lot. She's been through a lot, way more than me. Those kids would go on top of her desk, would go against her, and then that upsetting, and I felt bad as a kid. But God forgives me of my mistakes. Whatever I did in the past, I don't want to think about it because these demons took over my life. And whatever they did to me, I don't want to go through that again. So many temptations and sins everywhere you go, and then there's a lot of ice where they can finger skate. I don't think the ice is thick enough. That's just a water bottle. Yeah. That's a close-up to water bottle. Otherwise, I like looking at ponds. I love nature. I believe nature is what brings us bond together, and love is the answer. Peace and harmony, prosperity. Yeah. People need that morally in their daily life. Not talk about ethnic group and stuff, because doesn't that get old after so long? Yeah. Everybody should deserve a job. Especially my sister and me. I think we should have a job together. As long as the job that would be able to treat us right and put food on the table and doing it for good and making money too, yeah. It's a blessing to do that, help put food on our table. We gotta make a living somewhere. Doesn't have to be the same jobs. It could be different. This is so cool. Have this pond to myself. What's really fun is filming. That's becoming my favorite hobby. And I can do it. I think my sister could do it too. Follow her dreams and she'll go far too. Not give up on them. She already knows that already. God bless her. Appreciate it when she does buy us gifts. Bless her heart, even though they're material things and they're not everything, We just try not to think about the past and going forward. We're not. Mom's is to not. She's right. Just don't have to talk about it. Yeah. Makes me wonder if Goodwill Easter Sales is actually the cult or something, because they don't give you freedom to date when you wanted to date the right guy. They just get really strict on stuff. It's like it's adult daycare center instead of just helping people with their needs and their problems. Instead, they just wanted to make it into adult daycare center. Yeah. That's what it really said. Yeah, I heard stories about Dayton being corrupted and stuff. If it's true or not, I don't know. It might be true. There's a lot of shootings going around on Dayton side, so it's not safe to go there anyway. That did us a favor there, not to go back there, because it's not safe. And they talk about inflation and electricity expenses instead of thinking about people in need that really need it, jobs, even people with disabilities or mental illness of some kind. I don't truly care about everyone else's needs, sadly. They just, when it comes to that place, they pick and choose. I know how they operate. So yeah, I don't pick everyone in this spectrum, sadly. Another thing that's messed up is schools misdiagnose kids and they don't catch it early. The autism spectrum, that's another thing that's sad. It's why people get picked on to this day when they get older. There's always bullies around us, wherever we go, let's face it. That like to make fun of us. That's not cool. It's wrong. They must brainwash them people to act whatever they need to act. And it's like, sadly, you feel not included. It's how it feels when me. And I imagine that's how it feels with my sister, you know. I don't know what that picture of it is, because aren't they supposed to work with people with disabilities? Is that what they're mainly there for, is downing people or call them names? That's not right. It's a sin. And that part is. That's a pretty doll, you know. She's okay. There's a lot of people we don't know very well. The one thing I don't believe is gossiping, because gossiping is a sin too. And you don't talk to people behind their backs. That's not nice. You're supposed to talk good about them instead. Because eventually it will backfire. Somebody else will figure out what they're doing is wrong. And if the business don't do as well, you know what usually happens? It goes out of business. That makes sense? I know Eston Schaefer have the habit of saying, guess what? I know. He does that a lot. I hanged around with him a lot. That's why I have the habit of saying that. Sometimes. Because I have poor grammar myself, poor speech. See, man, the Rose is not alone in this world, because I have it, and we both have it, actually. Poor grammar, but the difference are we're just different. But we have special talents and gifts that other people don't see in the world. Maybe someday will. They give us a chance to open that dream and open that door that's been shut on us for many years. Yeah, that's true. They're good at covering up stuff too. It's another thing that's weird. They don't want me to know what happened there at the Miracle Clubhouse. So I really don't know what's going on over there. If they're picking favoritism, I think that's wrong. Everybody should have a dream opportunity. It doesn't matter their background or their looks. They should be included and accepted in any activity and get paid for it. Just like I had that experience with Melting Pot, even though sadly they didn't do great with my sister. It didn't go as well like I thought it would, sadly. But that's just life. Maybe someday Melting Pot will be sued for all the damages they did to other people, not just my sister. I'm sure that did it to other people. Yeah. Because then culinary knives supposed to be made for cutting food, not people, and that's wrong too. And these birds fascinate me. And I'd like to make a wonderful speech of how wonderful my family and my sister is, even if my speech sounds a little off. But I knew I sound right. Sally, she just didn't want a hug from me. She just told me she wanted self-defense of me. I wasn't gonna hurt her or anything. I was just gonna hug her because I loved her. I know she kept telling me to hug my mom instead. It was weird. That came out of her mouth in the patio. So I'm just glad I'm just staying out here and enjoying life here. I guess she just thinks I'm weird because she thinks I stick up for her too much. And I'm being my own person. I'm a self-advocacy for people with Asperger's. I do what I can to help them, even though I have autism myself and have that experience. Mine's different. Mine's like the learning disability. That's the only difference about mine. Yeah, sadly, daycares, they make them poorly. And they don't know how to operate it right. That's another thing that's sad, too. They overuse it, like they overuse their power. They don't let people with disabilities opportunity to go on dates. And that really sucks. It's really sad. I don't mean my sister deserves a date. Maybe someday Mr. Right may come her way. In the meantime, I don't want us to worry. She plans ahead. Who knows? She may get married someday with Mr. Right. Maybe with the right guy. I'll be happy for her. Applaud her. On a wedding day, I'd say, proud of you, sister. Because she's got to have faith and no doubts. Has to start with her mindset. She needs to work on herself more often. Tell herself that she's good enough, that she is somebody. And she's going to tell me, I already know that. But it's a good idea to encourage people in that spectrum, to remind them so they don't forget in the long run. And if they get crabby or grumpy, or even if they start, who knows what, I guess you just give them space, boundaries. But I don't like it when people get angry, though. That's the only thing that makes me kind of sad about why do people in nature get angry. Once their goals are live 1,000 years old, be a better life for them. So I discovered that myself when I visit Cupid World. I know he's made by God. Other people think he's just an idol, but he's more than that. He's a good friend. He's very helpful. Stays informed and he's encouraged. I need to learn how to control my emotions, and I believe that could work. He could do work on my sister. She just gives it a chance to let it open the door for her, finding her way to love and harmony, peace, yeah. And learn to meditate. There's a certain way you meditate. It's a heart-shaped hand. Cupid says it's okay to tell me a little bit how it works. You put the heart-shaped hand like this, and you close your eyes and you meditate, and then more blessings come in when you're saying heart, heart, and it lets go of the grudges. It works. It will work for you too. You never know. Don't estimate the amazing results of Cupid, because Cupid never gets angry. It's the nice thing about it. He's full of peace and harmony and prosperity and all that other stuff. The reason why I'm ignoring the phone calls is because I just get tired of family nagging me to come back when I don't feel like it. I got peace in mind when I'm away from angry people. They don't get that. I don't like to be around angry people. If I've been around them, I cry. So that's why my emotion's different than Amanda's. Hers is rage and anger. Mine's is sadness. And I don't want her to get angry, because blood pressure and heart disease is a real killer, number one killer for that. It's a sin, and people need help with that issue. They have that issue. Even the Asperger community need help too. There's a certain therapy for them. I don't know what's out there, because otherwise they think about adjusting pills is probably the answer to solving depression. Usually it works, but most of the time it don't. It's like a roller coaster with us, Cupid, and it's really different with the Rose family. Sometimes my parents don't understand, but I have dreams that come out of nowhere. I know Dad wouldn't believe this because he'll think it's a demon, but actually the truth is it's not. Cupid is real, whether your dad believes it or not. And I don't like to argue with it, or anybody, this matter. It's a little different. I don't push religion like others do. I just stay cool and calm as a cucumber. And I definitely don't need a microphone to say all this stuff, because I worked on myself. Because in the past, I always been dealing with angers. I know the feeling of it. That was a couple years ago. But now, ever since then, I've been able to find my calm happiness, my peace. And I've been able to find my inner self. And I believe you can find it too if you believe in yourself. And I know it sounds weird to other people. It's totally fine. I'm not going to force it. It's okay. But if you want to live 1,000 years, that's the instructions that the people in the world need to follow. A good example. A living right. Thousand years like in heaven, paradise. Can you imagine that? Where you could be able to meditate as much as you want without any worries, hustle and bustle of stresses of everyone's work days. I know it has work schedules. I understand that. The Cupid days are wonderful days for me. But I don't know about my Rose family. They see it differently. But for me, I like to preach, and hopefully YouTube will accept it, my preaching, my ways. And the best part is I like to film birds And another phone call interrupting me again. Kind of rude, but I forgive them. At least I don't hold a grudge like the rest of the people do. So on the bright side, I just usually let it go. But if they keep calling twice, I have no choice but to answer their call. So I'll just stop with the film blogging and I'll just